In July 2025, a silent alarm went off across the astronomical world. A robotic telescope in Chile, designed to hunt for rogue asteroids, flagged a faint, fuzzy object moving at an impossible speed. When its trajectory was calculated, the conclusion was inescapable. This object wasn't from around here. It had come from the dark, cold space between the stars. It was our third confirmed interstellar visitor, a true alien, and it was given the name 3I/ATLAS. Its designation is a story in itself. The 3I signifies that it is the third confirmed interstellar object, following its predecessors, Oumuamua and 2I/Borisov. The name Atlas comes from the robotic survey that discovered it, the Asteroid Terrestrial Impact Last Alert System. But this was no ordinary comet. As our best telescopes turned to stare, they began to uncover a series of bizarre clues, revealing an object far stranger than we could have ever imagined. The case file for 3I/ATLAS begins with its speed. Hurtling through our solar system at a blistering 58 kilometers per second, it was moving far too fast to be gravitationally bound to our sun. Its path was a steep hyperbola, a clear sign that its journey had begun long ago, perhaps orbiting another star, and after its brief passage through our home, it was destined to return to the interstellar void. It was also ancient, with estimates placing its age between 3 and 11 billion years old, a relic from the galaxy's distant past. The scientific world scrambled. A message in a bottle had washed up on our cosmic shore, and we had a limited time to read it. The first major breakthrough came from the Hubble Space Telescope. In a race against time, astronomers secured a target of opportunity observation. Hubble's sharp eye revealed a crucial detail. The comet's solid, icy nucleus was far smaller than we first thought, measuring no more than 5.6 kilometers across. Early estimates had been skewed by the immense cloud of gas and dust surrounding it, its coma. This wasn't a giant, as some had speculated. It was a relatively small object that was shockingly active. That hyperactivity was confirmed by another powerful tool, the James Webb Space Telescope. On August 6, 2025, JWST used its near-infrared spectrograph to perform a chemical analysis. It found a complex outgassing pattern with more volatile ices like carbon monoxide and carbon dioxide sublimating than water. This suggested the comet came from a very cold environment. But JWST also saw something that defied logic. A significant amount of dust was emanating from the comet towards the sun, a counterintuitive discovery that hinted at a complex, explosive process launching material from its nucleus. The investigation went interplanetary. As the comet's trajectory carried it past Mars, the European Space Agency repurposed 2 of its probes in orbit there, the ExoMars Trace Gas Orbiter and Mars Express. In a brilliant feat of opportunistic science, these missions turned their instruments outwards, studying the alien visitor as it flew by, gathering unique data on its water production from a vantage point millions of kilometers from Earth. Back on the ground, the Gemini South Telescope in Chile added another clue, detecting the faint chemical signature of cyanide in the comet's coma, a classic sign of cometary activity. But when they analyzed the ratios of different molecules, they found something profound. Just like 2I/Borisov before it, 3I/Atlas was carbon chain depleted, lacking in the longer chains of carbon molecules that are common in our own comets. This was the second time we had seen this exact chemical signature in an interstellar visitor. It was the first hint of a pattern, a clue that the chemistry of comet formation in other solar systems might be fundamentally different from our own. But just as a pattern seemed to be emerging, 3I/ATLAS presented a piece of evidence so bizarre it shattered all comparisons. A team of astronomers using telescopes in Chile, Bulgaria, and the Canary Islands were studying how the comet's dust scatters and polarizes light. What they found was unprecedented. 3I/ATLAS has an exceptionally deep and narrow negative polarization branch. This is a highly technical term for a very simple conclusion. This object scatters light in a way that has never been seen before in any of the thousands of comets or asteroids in our solar system. Its signature is completely unique. Even Borisov doesn't look like this. It suggests 3I/ATLAS could belong to a distinct, unknown class of planetary body we know nothing about. It's the ultimate mystery, an object with a familiar chemistry but a completely alien structure. What do you think this strange signature means? Let me know your theory in the comments with #AlienVisitor. The mystery only deepened when amateur astronomers Michael Yeager and Gerald Riemann, photographing the comet during a lunar eclipse, captured it glowing with a beautiful, surprising green hue. This green glow in comets is almost always caused by diatomic carbon, C2, fluorescing in sunlight. But this directly contradicts the finding that the comet is highly carbon depleted. Is the comet's C2 production suddenly ramping up? Or is another, unknown process at play? It's another piece of a puzzle that simply doesn't fit. This flurry of strange data has, perhaps inevitably, led to more controversial theories. Harvard astrophysicist Avi Loeb has argued that the comet could be an alien technological artifact, basing his initial hypothesis on early, and now outdated, size estimates. While the vast majority of the scientific community believes the comet's properties, however strange, are the result of natural dynamics, the debate highlights just how little we truly know. As of late 2025, 3I/ATLAS is racing towards its closest approach to the Sun on October 30th. It will briefly disappear into the Sun's glare before re-emerging in December for a renewed bout of observation. What other secrets will it reveal? Will its activity change as it gets heated? Will its unique structure survive the journey? We are in a race against time to study this messenger from the void before it disappears forever, taking its secrets with it back into the silent, dark space between the stars.